Hello, I'm Garm1, and this is Midgardia RPG. Today we'll be doing the Session 0 for our campaign of the Eternia Archive for Spaceships and Starwyrms. And today I have these players with me. Aster?
Hi there, I'm Aster. I know I'll be playing an Ix, but I'm not sure what I'll be playing.
Pi?
Oh, hey, that's me. Hey, I'm Pi, and I'll be playing Ishtarna, a Glabrow paladin. Show?
Hi, I'm Sho. I'm playing Ija Ursulus, a Meshar Mystery of Dimensions Oracle.
Alright, and that's everybody. So, the Eternia Archive is the first, I believe, pre-produced mini campaign for Spaceships and Starwyrms by the lovely people at Hope Punk Press. In it, you guys will be playing some pirates. I keep trying not to say goons, but I'll probably end up accidentally saying goons at some point here. Sent out on a mission to recover, well, various weird things. Possibly even something called the Eternia Archive. We'll see. Ooh. So, before we get to that, we should probably determine how you guys know each other. So, how do you guys know each other?
I
Implying I even know myself? Um. Me. Okay, Show. What.
hmm?
Why is your character leaving home, period?
Well, he decided to become a physician and went to go to school for it. At the end of it, there was residency, and the person who was working with him stole his one of his latest medical practices that he kind of designed himself, got him humiliated and kind of kicked out of that circle. So he's trying to find a way to humiliate the one who stole his idea from him back. Wound up having to take some shadier jobs, do some kind of illegal surgeries, and wound up as a physician on random crews until he found one that he didn't hate.
Alright. I feel like. Ishtarna would be fine with the mildly illegal things of trying to find different ships. Ishtarna's trying to. So the paladin I chose was an oath of preservation. So that kind of revolves around the fact that there will always be progress, whether or not we like it, and knowledge needs to be preserved, shared, and spread because it's going to get there anyway, and people worked hard at getting it in the first place. So, someone who has gone through med school and also some shady dealings seems like a good person to know for all around information. What about you, Aster?
If I'm being honest, I wrote almost the exact same character to show. So now I'm looking to
So,
change.
Honestly, we could have just
It's
met each.
almost 1-to-1.
What?
Seriously. The whole thing.
Oh my god.
show, way to go.
It's a big
Except
galaxy. It
I went
happens.
scientist instead of orc.
I mean, you could still do that. We could have met each other on a ship that we both crewed as physician and physician's assistant or something. I don't mind. You don't have to change.
It seems a little, I don't know. Let me take a look.
Okay.
But I can tell you that my character is absolutely looking for friends. She's very much been isolated and is very interested in sort of having a family, no matter what that family might do together.
It does make sense that more than one person like that would hook up with the Wild Stars, which are who you guys work for.
Mhm.
They're basically the space pirate organization. although I'm sure they prefer something slightly more euphemistic. Their fancy logo literally says "Freedom above all" on it, which also ties in nicely with Pi's character.
The Glabrow live on a relatively primitive planet in terms of technology. There's a lot of machines, there's a lot of things, but there's not a lot of, I guess, circuitry and that kind of technology. It's just a different sort of it. And so Ishtarna's had to leave the planet in order to get more. Because there's more out there than just simple mechanics.
Right, because the Glabrow are the really furry ones from like a really cold planet where solid state electronics basically doesn't work, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they look like giant tabaxi, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they have a super cool deal. Basically, they got to space without electronics because electronics doesn't work that cold.
But you know what does work? The 6 simple machines of levers, screws, pulleys, wheels, and all that jazz. And if you make them fancy enough, then you can make a rocket.
Yep. Well, maybe not rocket, but certainly a thing to fling you very hard.
Hey, just because it doesn't look like anybody else's rocket doesn't mean we can't call it a rocket.
So like ancient Bajoran spacecraft.
Yeah, exactly.
But it still works.
And that's what counts.
But, you know, if I'm going to try and preserve knowledge, it would really be nice to have more of it, of this magic-y electron things.
As distinct from the actual magic. Yeah, for those of you who aren't familiar with Spaceships and Starwyrms, it's a science fantasy setting for D&D 5th edition, as I mentioned, by the wonderful folks at Hope Punk Press. It extrapolates a lot of 5e things to a level where several of these civilizations have managed to, get to the point of space travel. So you have like freaky magic birdmen on Imperial conquest through space. Weird furry people whose planet is too cold for solid state electronics. That kind of stuff. In addition to, of course, humans who are there and around.
Somehow, like always.
Yep.
They're a tenacious bunch.
They're like cockroaches. Every time you think you killed them, you didn't. What?
Oh, now I'm just thinking of humans as the cockroaches of the universe.
That's
from Australia of the universe. And I don't know how to deal with this.
That tracks.
I know it tracks. That's why I don't know how to deal with this.
It's also people with like psionic head tentacles, which I believe is what Show's species is. Yeah.
Be right back.
I wonder why. Aster, what race were you looking at?
I'm definitely going to be X.
Which one's that?
The space bugs.
My mind just went X, huh? I mean, they're named properly. Thanks, brain.
I mean, I did initially have to ask if they were called the X or the 9 because I wasn't sure. But turns out X, yes.
Well, the X isn't capitalized, so...
Yeah, that's what got me figuring. But yeah,
that's all right.
It's all good.
All you missed was the revelation that we're working with the actual cockroaches of the universe, the Ix.
We've got metaphor and we've got real life right here. Operate.
Synthesis.
And just a dash of tentacles as well.
Can we call the ship the Roach Motel?
You are absolutely welcome to, unless Pi objects.
But we don't have any humans.
Oh, yeah. They show up.
Yeah.
Just leave some food out.
But by the way, a weird thing about Aja. He's got cybernetic eyes.
As you do.
He had to learn how to do the less legal surgeries and illegal cyber implants. Well, to get taught how to do it, they had to perform it on him first, so that in case he tried to rat on them, they had something against him.
Love me some illegal surgery. It's my favorite kind.
Yep. In
So,
case you're... sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
I was just gonna see if you guys wanted to move on to the shipbuilding.
Yep.
So, you guys all have the book, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Right.
Sure do.
If you would kindly open your textbooks to page 236.
Is that where it shows us how to make a gummy ship?
Well, 235 actually, but yes, basically. Oh, good old Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh,
We're okay.
I regret.
I don't.
It's the only Kingdom Hearts game I've played.
Noted.
Wait, no. There's nothing you can do about that. So spaceships. You guys have one. Lucky you. For one of a variety of reasons. Maybe you stole it. Maybe you got it from the Wildstars, whom you work for. Maybe you... Well, I guess all the other options I can think of are also stole it. Just more elaborately. You guys have 35,000 credits with which to build your ship. The module does have a couple of recommendations in case your players have never built a spaceship before, which you guys have not, so I'm going to pass them on to you. As I rapidly scroll. It is recommended that players include either an artificial intelligence or a runic installed core in addition to a communication deck. Artificial intelligence, well, you guys know what artificial intelligence kind of is. I'm going to skip to runic installed core.
Aww.
Yeah. HAL 9000.
Yeah, basically. As I rapidly skip through looking for runic and solid core. Runic and solid core, there it is. A ship with a runic and solid core has a magically constructed intelligence infusing the spaceship. This operates like an AI, except that it has the piloting and arcana skills rather than the piloting and computer skills. It can operate the basic functions of a ship as allowed by the ship's captain and or owner. The runic and solid core has a proficiency bonus to its arcana and piloting skill checks equal to the average of the ship's owners rounded down, and an intelligence score equal to 14 plus 2 for each additional DS used to house it beyond the first, which is the slots used for improvements and stuff, to a maximum of 20. It cannot use the help action. Runic and solid cores can only be installed on ships that have a dark matter core or dark matter sails. Which I guess means I should probably go back and read the entire AI section. It has computers and piloting, and it's otherwise basically the same. Basically, one is magic intelligence, one is like technology intelligence. Because most of the technology in this setting is some sort of bizarre mash of magic and technology. You guys obviously do not have to make that decision right now. So,
is there a drawback for having the dark matter core or sails? And or sails?
I believe they're roughly the same as I rapidly flip through.
They're on page 240.
Thank you. I did actually look at that one earlier, I swear. And then I punched in 244 because I am incredibly clever and good at listening. Dark matter core.
I'm just going to spit out the first thing I read here is that a dark matter core is immune to EMPs and cannot be subject to hack.
That is also true for sales.
So, Show, you're an oracle. That's psionics or magic?
It's kind of magic.
Okay. I'm definitely going to keep with my original selection of scientist, which is a dark matter as well.
Okay.
And as much as I hate the idea of this, maybe it is okay if we have a ship that is haunted.
Speaking of haunted,
I
that's my
bet it was
curse.
cheaper.
Definitely.
So, as an oracle, I have to choose a curse for my build,
Oh
and
no.
the curse I chose was haunted.
Good.
Oh, perfect. Great. Awesome. We're off to a great start.
So your ship is multiply haunted.
New ship.
Very
It's
cheap.
definitely not a new. It's definitely not a new ship. Maybe refurbished.
No, new ship name is the Event Horizon.
Wait. So if the ship is haunted, it's definitely not new. I'm pretty sure Roach Motel would work here, since you can't kill it.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing was, but by the sounds of it, this thing's kind of a junker. It's been like put back together several times. You're not sure if there's any actual original components in it.
Should we just name it Ship of Theseus then at that point?
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Ship of Theseus, also known as the Roach Motel.
Theseus Hotel.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes, so further update. I can maintain what I've done so far if I stick with an engineering scientist with a wanderer back.
Cool.
Excellent.
So I can maintain, hopefully, this haunted.
I like the sound of your spook ship so far.
I'm glad no one could see me frantically scrolling to see if I had chosen a background. I did, but we did have a terrifying moment where I thought I didn't.
It happens. I've been there many times.
Uh-huh.
Also, yeah, as far as I can tell, the dark matter sails and dark matter core are basically the same.
Wait, do you need both or just one of them for the...
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have either one of those two or the kinetic gyro core, which is basically what the Globrow use. Which doesn't work with the funky magic stuff, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, no. Yeah, it does. Never mind. Oh yeah. Having an AI core basically means you can't have any of the weird magic shit. I think.
Uh-huh. But having the magic core means that you can't have a lot of the...
Oh, yeah, the last bullet point on the cores tell you what you can't have with it.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so you guys want to go for the runic and sold core then?
I hope you're typing this out.
I did give you guys access to a spaceship in under characters.
I guess I'm typing it out then. Alright, so we're getting a what?
It's called a runic ensouled core. ENSOULED.
Frantic scrolling, runic ensouled core. Should I just put that under features or something?
Yeah, sure. Just as long as it's written down somewhere for now. I'm looking rapidly to see how much it costs.
And also, how much did you say that we had?
35,000 credits.
Because that's not a lot.
It's true.
Just a base ship. The best we could do would probably be the light transporter.
It looks like it just costs slots, not actual money, I
Oh,
guess.
good.
As far as I can tell. I mean, I'm not terribly worried about accidentally giving you guys a slightly unreasonably powerful ship, given that you are 3 people.
Yeah.
But yes, light transporter is the highest you could buy. Although that would leave you precious little for actual, like...
But the other thing is, well, what are... For those ships, what are the size restrictions? Like, does it tell you... One. Like, what is the difference with a small and a medium ship in terms of size?
Weapons are restricted to certain sizes of ship.
Okay.
So if you look at the weapons there, it has a bunch of letters. Each of those are the sizes you can put them to. So like Arcane Blaster can be put on anything from tiny to gargantuan, but the Blade Beam Cannon can only be put on large, humongous, or gargantuan. By humongous, I mean huge, apparently. I sometimes forget the names of all of them. So if you guys went for like the $30,000 or 30,000 credit ship, you would not be able to afford too much in the way of weaponry.
Yeah.
What core are we getting, by the way? I think it has to be the dark matter core?
Yeah, I think it has to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dark matter core or dark matter sails.
But don't you need a core?
The sails do the same thing, basically.
How do sails do the same thing as a core?
The dark matter core basically gives you your thrust. You spew magic crap out the back. The sails work like sails in space.
The difference between the two is the dark matter core still has to be piloted the same way, but the dark matter sails, the ship can be piloted using the piloting skill or the arcana skill. And with the core, oh no, sorry, they both can be piloted that way. Damn it! I just read it. I just read it again. Okay.
Yeah.
There's different bullet points. It literally does not seem to have much of a difference.
Other than probably looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just aesthetic, as far as I can tell. It's like the text looks identical.
It is.
So, what aesthetic does the Roach Motel want?
I have a hard time envisioning sails coming out of a chunky little...
Yeah. Either. The core.
Alrighty then. Wait. That seems so weird.
What?
That it needs 2 cores.
Yeah, where is the runic inscribed core? What page?
In Soul.
244.
Basically, one is power, the other is like the intelligence system of your ship. They call them both cores, which is not ideal. I understand.
Boo.
Yeah, that's why.
Alright, I'll be copy pasting if anybody needs me.
Okay. One thing that I would highly suggest and recommend that we get for it is a medical bay.
It's probably a good plan.
For a ship's doctor, yeah.
Naturally, the doctor wants the medical bay.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Spent my whole life working in plastics, and you may not believe me, but the solution to this problem is more plastics.
Well, because a medical bay actually makes it easier to not die.
And I hear that's good.
And we don't have the grant money. I think I'm funny.
I also think you're funny. So, do you guys want to go with the light transporter then? 30,000 credits, 9 development slots, 8 weapon slots.
Either we could go for the smaller one.
The light freighter might be the play.
The light freighter would probably give us a bit more to work with, and considering that we're a 3-person crew, it also might be better to do that.
Yeah, fewer slots, but it gives you more currency to actually spend on stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
How many slots does it have?
3 weapon slots and 5 development slots.
Okay. Honestly, I don't think we'd be able to do much with more than 3 weapons with our crew anyway.
That's fair.
We would just have to make sure that the development slots were fit. And it gives us 15 grand to actually spend on the rest.
So it's got 35 base HP, so I'm just gonna punch that in there.
Wow.
Nope. That's not like 35 HP from normal damage. I think it works kind of like Saga Edition did, in that like the scale of damage for each one's different.
Okay.
I believe Starship weapons used on normal people, you multiply it by 10 and vice versa. So you cannot, in fact, destroy this with a critical hit from a battle axe or something.
Good.
Although I guess Saga Edition did it in a way worse way, where it multiplied every spaceship's guns, which was weird, but you know. It's slightly more elegant, reflecting many more years of game development since that strange product.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I feel like there should be slots or like costs for development stuff, but apparently there isn't. It looks like it's just slots.
Mm-hmm.
So medical bay is 1, leaving you with 4.
Okay, I cannot type this fast. Hang on.
It's okay.
How many slots do we have?
You have 5 total, 4 remaining.
In terms of upgrade?
Development slots, yes.
And then we have 3 weapon slots.
Oh, sorry, you have 3 remaining actually, because of the Runic Console core.
Be right back. There's another phone call, probably from my dad this time.
All right. For those of you playing along at home, yes, that is a landline phone. We're as surprised as you are.
Alrighty, where is the information on a medical bay?
Medical bay is 244.
I think we should probably get a mechanics workshop of some sort, assuming that something's going to go wrong with the ship. And or our weapons, etc.
I mean, that does work with your engineer as well.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the engineer asking for an engineering bay.
I mean, I'm the mechanic asking for the mechanics workshop, so...
After all the shit I gave Joe for it.
Oh, sorry.
So we have a doctor, a mechanic, engineer.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be a miracle if we get anything done.
It sounds like a bar joke.
A little bit. It's okay. I'm sure you'll all do fine.
Alright. Okay. Honestly, if we don't have a smuggler's hold, I think there's something wrong.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's required, obviously.
Alright. So that's 1. We may not have any place to work, but we'll be able to smuggle things.
Just so you know, since I'm a Mystery of Dimensions, I actually have more or less a pocket dimension at this point. Not a huge one, but it grows when we grow level-wise.
Good Lord.
So, if we really needed a smuggler's hold...
Yes, but then we have to trust you with everything.
I mean, okay, that's fair.
So, what's the difference between an engineering thing? Wait, is there an engineer's bay? There's gotta be.
There is a science lab. I think that's the purpose of it.
Yeah, do you need... Does an engineer need a mechanics workshop or the occult laboratory?
I think...
Occult laboratory is for arcana stuff. And mechanics is for mechanics. And then there's a science lab, which is somehow different.
It grants the science lab grants advantage on
sciencey skill checks.
Sciencey skill checks, yeah. Mechanics is mechanicsy skill checks, by which I mean literally the skill mechanics. Yeah.
I mean,
so you guys want both of those, or?
Well, right now we're using up 3 if we get the smuggler's hold. And we had
Right.
5 total?
Yep.
Tentative, yes, maybe. Just to see what else is next.
Right.
What else is there?
question. Does anybody have the piloting skill?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Just making sure, because that means that we don't have to worry about getting like the autopilot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The other recommended thing in the list, as I mentioned earlier, was a communications deck, which basically lets you do communication stuff more securely.
All ships either have a primary computer terminal or runic bridge terminal, standard, but the communications deck allows for extra protection and a private network.
Hey Garm.
Yeah.
We do have one problem with that.
What's
with
that?
the dark matter core, the ship cannot have the following developments: anti-magnetic wiring, AI core, communications deck, master security system, spherical hull thrusters, or supercomputer Mark V.
Right. Okay.
Alright, so not one of those.
You probably want the runic bridge terminal, so you have the ability to like communicate with people and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It operates cannot be subject to hack, although it cannot make any actions aside from scan and open a line. We may have some problems with the we can't hack things, but...
Does anybody have the computers skill?
No.
Hilariously, yes.
Damn it.
But I'm okay using that whenever we land somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, we want the runic bridge terminal? Yay.
Seems like. Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Did we ever decide on what kind of lab or workshop or whatever?
Not yet. Do we have any slots left?
I think we have one, don't we?
We could get an illusory chamber, a magic holodeck.
Scrolling.
Alright, so far we have Runic and Sold Core for 1, Medical Bay 2, Runic Bridge Terminal 3, and a Smuggler's Hold for 4 out of 5.
Okay.
So, let's see here. I mean, technically we could get a cargo hold instead of a Smuggler's Hold. And then anything shady we can shove into Asia. That came out wrong, but sure.
Yeah.
Listen!
Yeah.
Based on the auxiliary benefits, we're going to get more benefit off of mechanics workshop than a science lab because of the additional benefits towards repairing the ship. The science lab doesn't give us anything besides advantage on science check. So.
And Lord knows you're going to get shot at some point.
Yeah.
Spoilers, I know, but...
What size ship is this? Small, medium, or large?
Small.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna delete all of this information for not small ships, because nobody cares.
That's fair.
Alright, cargo hold, and... mechanics.
We technically need a manual piloting system.
That doesn't require a slot though.
We have a tiny ship?
No, we're small.
We're small.
1DS for smaller, larger.
Oh shit.
Hold on, I'm looking at that.
Okay.
So basically, you only need the manual piloting system if you don't also manual piloting system is how the Glabrow and stuff like that do it. If you would, the Runic Bridge terminal covers that, I do believe. I am going to double check that.
The Runic and Sold Core, I think, is what covers that.
Right, yes.
Okay. Can we get escape pods, please?
Do they require anything?
Nope, not for us.
Then yeah, I would.
What are we getting?
Escape pods.
Escape!
There's only one for a small ship.
Yes, you get one free escape pod. Good luck. At least there's only 3 of you. I might end up giving you guys some kind of NPC buddy since you're a party of 3. We'll see.
That'd be much obliged if that does wind up happening.
Alrighty. And then you said we now have to deal with how many weapons?
You have 3 weapon slots and 15,000 credits to spend on them.
Hey, Garm,
Yes.
what would the defense systems be under?
Page 237.
No. I mean, what would they apply to? Like, oh, okay. I'm just looking to see. Doesn't require a slot or anything. Got it.
No, it's just a system.
Because I would recommend getting something for them. I don't know. It really depends on how much we're willing to spend on weapons.
Where are weapons? Are they after?
Yeah,
development
237.
slots?
Yeah, they're all.
So before everything.
Yeah, sorry, I spoke too soon.
Oh my god. So Arcane Blaster lets you basically chuck a cantrip in it and it shoots out the ship in big plasma form.
Beautiful.
And that's only 3,000 credits.
Ka-chunk.
And the swivel gun is the base of the base, but it's a close range. Don't know how much you'd want to do with that. It's only 1,000 each. So if we got an arcane blaster and 2 of the swivel guns, then we still have.
Close does 0 to 7 arc units, so squares basically. Mid does 0 to 15.
Oh, so mid can still do 0.
Exactly.
Because I'd recommend getting one of the higher end defense systems. We can afford up to the Mark III.
What about the long shot? What's the range on long?
Long is 0 to 30.
But weapons with long range impose disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within 7. Does that mean that the weapon gets disadvantage, or the thing that we're shooting at does?
The weapon you're firing has disadvantage within 7 arcs.
Okay, that's just poorly worded then.
A little bit. To be fair to our dear friends, I think I may have given you guys an old copy because I've noticed a few typos here and there.
How dare
this
you?
Is the one that I think this is the one that I picked up literally the first day it was up on Drive-Thru-RPG.
You didn't go back and check?
I didn't think that. I will double check that before our first actual session. I mean, I guess a relevant question is how many of you are actually going to be able to fire a gun, like any given round of space combat. So one of you is presumably going to be piloting the ship.
Yeah, that's true.
Which leaves 2 of you for firing, weapons, but one of you is probably going to be hastily doing repairs if our experience with Saga Edition is any indication.
Okay, what is Saga Edition?
Sorry, Star Wars Saga Edition.
Okay, that's why I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, my mistake. There are a few similarities between how it handles spaceships and how Spaceships and Starwyrms handles spaceships.
Okay.
That sentence contained a lot of the word spaceships.
Yes, it did. I mean, if we're going to go for 2 weapons, I think one should be no recharge and one should be more of a heavy hitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if there's only one person firing, then you can at least pick between the 2.
Yep. So did we want to do like the heavy gun, and then because the only other thing we could actually afford if we got the heavy gun was the swivel, but we can only afford 2 total, unless we decide
what
to
do you
take.
mean?
Unless
I
we
thought we
decide
had
to take
15,000 for.
We do, but we also have to consider our defense system too.
How much is that?
The best one that we can afford is 10,000. And the one under that is 5,000. But the main difference is AC is 14 and 15, and then BP barrier points, which is what it can soak, is 35 and 50.
Keep in mind that you don't have to use all of your...
Damage to a ship is dealt to a barrier first until... Okay.
Keep in mind that you don't have to use all of the weapon slots now. You will probably be able to
get one
hastily
later.
bolt some things. Yeah.
Or yoink it from somebody. What kind of ship is this, by the way? Like chassis?
This is a light freighter.
Okay.
It probably was not built for the things you will put it through.
Yeah, that's kind of how things go.
Mood.
Yeah, all right.
No.
Oh, there's even a handy chart of like how much credits your starting vessel should have worth of equipment based on what you do. You guys are slightly above average smuggler.
Well, I mean, I guess hopefully that's what we do.
Congratulations on being above average.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Well, at least we aren't hurting nerves.
Pardon?
At least we aren't hurting nerves.
Ah, yes. Wait, do any of you actually cast magic?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
I was just making sure with the... Oh, okay, you're all good.
I'm a paladin!
I'm an oracle. I have 8 cantrips.
Right. Or...
Yeah,
sorry, all I remembered was engineer, mechanic, and, like, doctor type. And I was like, wait, which one of those does the magic-y things?
Apparently all of them
The
in this
answer is
game.
yes.
Yeah, thanks to the magic of dark matter cores and stuff, and everything is kind of magic.
And that honestly makes more sense why we had the dark matter core instead of the other core.
Yeah.
Do we want to just go for an arcane blaster for right now and then yoink somebody else's gun?
Sure.
Alright.
Because we've got Cantrip McGee over here.
Though, to be fair, only 3 of my cantrips are attack cantrips.
It's okay, you only need 1 per turn.
I know.
Besides, you can't pilot.
I know.
So you can feed the blaster.
Okay. And it just converts them into plasma, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, good. Because I would not have the best cantrips for that if it didn't. I have poison spray, acid splash, and I think she'll touch at a 3.
It
Yeah, it
also
does.
keeps secondary effects, I think.
No, it doesn't. The cantrip's damage type becomes plasma, and any extra effects of the cantrip beyond damage have no effect when fired through an arcane blaster. So, like, they deal their full damage, but on starship scale, and that's about it.
Okay.
Sadly, you cannot fire green flame blade through a blaster.
I mean,
I feel so attacked. Not that I have any cantrips, but I still feel so attacked. And we're getting
like
Mark 3 defense system.
Unless you guys want to go less and get another more expensive gun, but I think that it's probably best to have a better defense, more soak, and less need to repair mid-combat as quickly.
That like shows reasoning.
Yeah, I do too.
I guess if you guys did want to have a second gun just in case, you could pick up a swivel gun, like Show mentioned earlier, for 1,000 credits. So you've got 2K remaining.
Okay. I am at the moment typing in info for the blaster, but
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
You know, suddenly I can't wait until we get to level 5 because my cantrip dice increases, which means the arcane blaster will increase with it.
Yep.
So that was actually probably the best option we could have taken at this point.
You guys are starting at level 3, I think?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Module recommends you start at level 2, but I decided to be nice for once in my life.
Heart. Oh, by the way, Garm, you might want to take a look at the Haunted Curse of the Oracle, just because you might have fun with that.
Implying I haven't already.
You know.
I mean, correctly, but...
Yes. That's what I figured.
You know me so well.
Yeah.
I mean, all in all, this is a pretty simple but still, like, significantly deep spaceship making system. Starship.
Yeah.
I like the shipbuilder.
Yeah. It's not as complex as some of the ones I've seen.
Thank God.
Shout out to one of the Star Trek ones where you have to like calculate the angle of incoming laser fire and then mark off the squares that get hit by a laser.
That gives me a headache just thinking about it.
Just use the deflector dash. That's the answer.
Exactly. I like the sound of your horrible ship. Bolted together from like 6 different parts and also haunted.
sorry, just typing.
No, you're
That's
fine.
okay. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Not as of yet. So, who here is melee, and who here? Well, I'm guessing that Aster is going to be more ranged, right?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit.
I think I'm melee-ish
Okay.
because I've got medium armor,
All right.
maybe. I might need to rework this because trying to change things from the midpoint instead of starting from initial characters is really confusing.
Sorry.
Sorry, bud.
I guess if that's the question, what would be useful? Because I've got an idea for the character that's going to stick. It doesn't really matter what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, I do either. I've gotten a high AC, but I'm better at hitting things from a range. It really honestly doesn't matter. I'm probably going to have to be in between if we're doing non-ship to ship combat, like in between mid and close, because actually almost all of my spells either grant temporary hit points or cure something. And yeah.
Hey, Sho, what
Yeah.
what damage cantrips do you have?
All right. The ones that I have, and I actually messed up when I said this before, I've got Poison Spray, I've got Chill Touch, and I have Sacred Flame.
How
I
much
thought I had
damage do
Acid
they?
Flesh, but I don't. What?
How much damage do they do though?
I can look it up.
Poison Spray does 1d12.
I can look it up. Please don't talk to me while I'm typing. It's gonna be bad enough.
Sorry.
Sorry, I was trying to help. I love how these books are laid out. It's so nice to actually be able to read text and stuff. As not
As
many
opposed
universes,
to
as opposed to some of the other books I've looked at in my time, where they use bizarre fonts and like try and squish 3 columns onto a single page. Or some cases I've seen where like they have images in the text, but they didn't properly move the text around it, so half a paragraph is under a guy's foot. Shout out to the official World of Warcraft role-playing game for that one.
Shake head.
And that was back in the day when all the PDF copies you got of things were just like static images, not actual embedded text, so you couldn't just highlight it and copy it and get the text. It was a tragedy.
So for Poison Spray, since it's a con save, does it still become a con save on the ship, or does it turn into an attack?
That's a good question, Garm.
That is a good question. I almost said Garm.
Damn. I was hoping you would.
I am rapidly paging through looking for the answer. Range change to mid-range. I don't know. I will have to ask. I will have to ask.
Okay, what is your spell save DC, just in case it is a DC show?
14. Further
Wait.
question?
Hang on. Save is a deck... Huh. They say save. If you attack with something that requires a save, it is a dex save from the opposing ship using int or dex, whichever is higher. Interesting. Yeah, still ask Garm, but...
Yeah, I'm just looking through the sections now, and I can see it is in fact still a DC, or still a check.
So what is your intelligence show?
But that's not my spellcasting mod. My intelligence is a +1. My dex is a +2.
Okay.
I think it's the ship's intelligence, which is 14.
God.
Can you put the ship's other stats in there in a second?
Sure.
Where the heck do I put spellcasting ability? Int, I guess. What's int now? Alright. Let's see here.
I'm not actually sure what it has for other stats. I just know intelligence because that's from the Rare Consult Core.
Well, right now it's average everywhere else.
Yeah, that's fair.
I thought that it was +2 for each. Hold on. Or come here. It's got an intelligence score of 14 +2 for each additional DS used to house it.
Right,
Beyond the
so
first.
14. Yeah, I think that's one of the only ones that gives it like a standard slot or ability score.
I'm pretty confused by this.
What's up?
No, I'm just. It says for each additional slot used to house it beyond the first. I guess it's you can use more than one slot for it, but you can only have one per ship.
Yep.
But we're using slots for other things, so we don't have an extra one for the core.
Yeah.
What the heck is our dex on the ship? Because we will need that one when we get attacked.
Yeah. Your AC, I think, is 10?
Nope.
No, our AC is... No, I just need the dex.
I think it's just 10.
Okay. Let's see here then.
Huh.
Yes, sure.
No, I'm just trying to read stuff about the light freighter itself. It's got a +2 to speed handling. And it's got a 10 arc. So 10 square +2.
Okay, I think I programmed in the cantrips right. And the swivel gun.
Yeah, looks good.
Oh, hang on. I gotta... alphabetize. Alright. Now we're good. So the answer is, if you want to use a DC, hit them with poison spray, and if we want to hit them, then it's either chill touch or the swivel gun. What is the range on Arcane Blaster? Range is mid, which is 0 to 15. Nice.
Yeah, I think if it calls for a dexterity check, it's just the pilot's dexterity, plus or minus the ship's handling modifier.
Just a +2 at this point.
Yeah.
Alrighty, cool. Let's see here.
Fuck.
Pi, are you doing anything on the sheet currently?
Yes.
Okay. I will not touch it then.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned from my mistakes in the past. Your lovely ship also has 3 body points. Basically, if something would do 3 or fewer damage, it doesn't do anything to you.
Cool.
Pi Carve says show could use a slight audio boost if possible.
Well, he was fine when Zio checked it. Alright. Let me know when it's too loud then.
Oh, you already put the body points on there, and I just didn't notice. Excellent. I am a very smart boy. I think that's about it for like pre-campaign setup. Aster, you got any questions for me?
I'm not sure if I do.
All right.
Alright, how does the sheet look, peoples?
I think it looks very nice.
Alright, what is everyone's Arcana and Piloting?
It looks like my piloting will be 5. My Arcana is
Sorry, your Arcana is what?
3.
Okay.
Show's Arcana is 1, and pilot. Oh, you're back. Hello.
My piloting is not trained.
Okay, that's not helpful. What is your piloting?
I'm guessing base piloting is Dex?
Yes.
Then it's 2. So yeah, I will be the pew-pewer.
It's not what I was asking for. 2 and 4. Alright, so...
Show. I believe I'm just a spellcaster that has medium armor. I'm beefier.
Good for you.
Finally figured it out.
Hey, sometimes you need the fancy armor.
Mm-hmm. I had to make sure that I had the fancy armor. Because as a healer, pretty sure as soon as people realized that, they'd come after me. If they didn't, they're dumb.
Alrighty. So... let's see here. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm glad that the dog stopped using the squeaky toy like right when we started streaming.
Hmm.
She's very considerate.
I mean, she's Canadian.
That's fair.
Alright, so far the ship's piloting is a +3 and Arcana is a +2 because it is our average rounded down, so when we level up, hopefully we'll eventually remember to update the ship.
Oh, that's neat.
And let's see here. I don't think that the ship is trained in any sort of saving throw or anything else.
I do not believe so.
Dun dun dun. Making sure I haven't missed anything.
Oh, there's also a handling modifier for piloting from the ship.
Yeah, what is it?
Yours is 2. +2.
From what?
From the model of ship.
Model of the ship just gives a +2 to piloting, or?
Piloting, yes.
Alright, give me a moment then.
It'd probably give it to the Arcana checks to pilot it as well, because you can do either or, right?
Not sure.
I will double check that.
It's under the dark.
Yeah, you can use either of them. Ah, the wonders of magic.
Alrighty. So now piloting's a 5, Arcana is a 4. I know there's an Arcana button. We're not using that.
That's fair. May as well have them be in the same place.
What is scan and open a line? Because that was a thing that the ship could do.
Scanning is basically
What
using
page is it
sensors
on?
to.
Sorry.
Give me 1 moment and I will go look. Nope, that's the wrong kind of scanner. Hold on. Looks like it's on 231. It's a computers check. Sorry, 233. DC 10 intelligence computers check. Sorry. Open a line is also on that same page. Which is basically just, try to communicate with it.
So, the Runic and Sold core... the Runic Bridge terminal can open a line and scan. Now, does that use... Okay, that uses Arcana instead of computers.
Right, yes. Sorry.
But normally it would be a computer's roll.
Yeah. Got that magic ship. I admit it is kind of funny that you can just, link up a magic thing to a technology thing and it just kind of works.
I mean, that makes more sense than technology connecting to technology and working.
I mean, yeah. That's fair. I know programmers, I know how it goes. Many times have I bought some sort of part only to find out that it's some revision that doesn't actually work with my stuff, even though every other model does. Good times. So, any questions about the universe or any of that fancy stuff for me?
At the moment, I can't really think of anything.
All right. How about you, Aster?
Do you think stars have feelings?
Yeah, probably. Probably just they feel, warm.
That's really great. Thanks.
Toasty, if you will.
Garm.
Well, what's wrong with being toasty?
Nothing. That's what.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually kind of chilly.
Alrighty. So, we've got the weapon summary, which I'm just going to always keep open. Got open, align, and scan, and then details about all of the things in the ship. What is the base speed?
10
moment.
arc.
Yes. Thank you, Shu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. And I'm sorry, what did you say was charge and body?
Body is basically, if something does less than 3 damage to you, it just doesn't do anything. Charge is how many rounds it takes for you to power up and lift off from a cold start. You already have them on the sheet in a nice handy place for it, actually.
Yes, but I'm never going to remember what it is if
That's
I don't
fair.
type that out. So if body is 3, if something does 3 damage, do we take it?
No.
Okay, but if something
3
does
or
4
4.
damage, we do.
Then you take the full 4, yeah.
How many rounds it takes to
Start up from a cold start, yeah. Yeah. So if you hop in your ship, screaming that you're about to die horribly, and punch the ignition button, it's going to take 3 rounds to actually lift off. There might be a maneuver or something that allows you to skip a little bit of that, but I assume it comes at a perilous cost, as all things do. Sorry, that was slightly more ominous than I meant it to be.
You're not really sorry.
Well, yeah, alright, fair enough.
Okay. Now I think I'm done with the sheet.
Alright. Do you have any questions for me, Pi?
I'm sure I do, and I'm sure I don't know them now.
Alright, well, feel free to hit me up later, and that goes for all of you. I think that about wraps it up for our session 0 then.
Woohoo.
Nice.
Means that in a blessed 2 weeks we will actually start this. I'm terrified.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, right. Garm nervous about a session? That never happened.
Right.
It'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
Let's see here. Did that. You know, I never wrote how many spells I can prepare a day. Does anyone remember? For paladins?
Usually it's something with charisma modifier. Hold on.
Yeah, but how many plus charisma modifier?
I'm looking it up because I don't know off the top of my head. It's been a while since I played a paladin.
According to my sheet, it's 2 or 1 plus charisma modifier.
It's 1 plus charisma modifier.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's okay. For now, it's technically your charisma modifier plus half your paladin level rounded down, minimum of 1 spell. So.
But we're level 3, so.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see here. Oh.
Did you write?
And I have the oath spells always prepared. So.
Yes, they don't count against the ones that you can prepare.
Cool. So, guess who always has comprehend languages and identify prepared?
Oh, good.
Did you make sure to put your lay on hands stuff and your divine sense?
I just have those under other resources.
Okay.
But Garm, I may actually. I'm going to show this to stream. And the rest of you. I'm going to remind you I have an internal library. And as an action, I can call upon the knowledge of ages, and when I do so, I can choose a place, legend, general creature, a named creature, culture, or item, and I get benefits based on what I chose. Either knowing all its properties, all previously discovered or known information about place, legend, or named creature. And if I choose a culture, I can just randomly start speaking the primary languages and have general knowledge of it.
Huh.
Well, that's horrifying.
Yeah. I don't
Just
really know what...
letting you know. It's a channel divinity, so I don't get to do it that often.
Mm-hmm.
But
for future reference, that pocket dimension that I have, it grows with my level, and it also allows me to put a creature in said pocket dimension, a willing creature in said pocket dimension, and when it's closed, that creature can breathe for a number of minutes equal to my oracle level.
Beautiful.
Unless they have a way of providing their own oxygen. So
you could put a plant. No, it still needs sun.
Yeah, but as long as they can fit in the area, which right now
wait.
Could. It's 3 by 3 by 3 right now.
I'm genius. Could you put a plant and a rat in there?
I mean, maybe? Because it
the
says
true
it
pocket
provides,
camp.
It says it provides enough air for a creature.
No, but I'm
to
saying,
breathe.
But the plant would create oxygen.
I know what you mean. Ow, pie, my brain, it hurts.
It's good for you.
I think you still need sunlight.
Well, yeah, but
unless
just
the
replace
plant
the
that
plant.
can grow in dark, damp places, fungi.
That's not a plant. That's a fungi.
Do fungi produce oxygen?
I thought they did.
Depends on the fungi, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Oh, well, whatever. But, and you can actually even keep the pocket dimension open. It shows that it's open because it has a glowing doorway.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I really hope we run into diseases.
Because you have a thing that lets you cure diseases. I also have a thing that lets me cure diseases. What?
Yeah, Pi can't get diseases.
I'm immune!
Oh! Well, that's one less person I have to blow a lesser restoration on.
I mean, I can still get, like, poison and stuff.
Yeah, you just can't get the clap.
Hey, we can go find koalas.
And Pi, technically, you can
What?
also cure diseases too with your lay on hands if you spend 5 points
Yeah, but I only got 15 points.
at the moment.
Well, time to throw diseases at you guys constantly.
Oh, by the way, I can also go incorporeal for a while.
Incorporeal.
What?
Incorporeal, you know, ghost.
You know, be a ghosty.
Great. We got a ghost on our haunted ship.
I mean,
Yeah.
you've got several because I'm haunted.
Yeah, your ghost itself is haunted, as
We
is
have,
the ship that it's on.
We're like I don't know, undead Inception here.
Yeah, about half your crew is ghosts, if you want to look at it that way.
Hey,
My
Garm, you can make
character-
one of the ghosts that haunts the ship the NPC.
I was considering it.
Damn freeloaders!
Hey, they can work.
Well,
They can,
it's not like
they
they're
can
eating your food.
and they can repair the ship outside without having to worry about, getting sucked into the vacuum of space.
Assuming they can touch anything.
They can. They can through me if you read the haunted thing. That's the reason that I have Mage Hand.
Roasted.
Man, with you guys talking about diseases, I have a sudden urge to pick up the Malady Codex and throw it at you guys.
No.
No, that'll hurt. You can't throw books.
Yeah, seriously, that's mean.
But
But,
You're blowing out your mic, show.
oh, sorry.
yeah, I think that about wraps it up for tonight then. I know not the longest or most action-packed session in history.
I had fun.
Good, good.
This still needs to be done.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Oh god,
those of you watching at home, thank you very much for watching us, and I got punched in a raid.
Woohoo.
Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
My folks.
Good night.
Yes, I'm sure.